How do we unlock your buying power so that you too have the ability to say yes to every amazing deal that comes across your desk? Everyone you encounter is a prospective private money lender. We're doing them a favor by allowing them to invest with us. Welcome to PML Excel, a self-study course on knowing how to raise real private money the right way from the right people without having to depend on your friends or family members for money ever again. What you'll also find is that your credit, liquidity, or experience is irrelevant in your ability to successfully raise private money. My name is Mahjoory. I've been investing in real estate over the last 11 years, and during that time, I've raised millions of dollars in real private money for hundreds of real estate transactions all over the country. And the result of that is investors just like you, new and experienced, part-time and full-time, started coming to me and asking me for help. You wanted help solving the money problem. How do we get out there and have the ability to say yes to every amazing deal that comes across our desk? We no longer want to worry about scrambling to the closing table, or worse, have to lose a deal and terminate a contract because we couldn't secure 100% of the funding. I am here to help ensure that doesn't happen again. How do we unlock your buying power so that you too have the ability to say yes to every amazing deal that comes across your desk? Here's the best part. Whether you are new or experienced, part-time or full-time, the concepts that I teach walk you through creative trust and rapport building strategies that you will eventually weave and integrate into your day-to-day lifestyle. You're not going to sit behind a desk and cold call. You're not going to launch a direct mail campaign. The minute you leave your house, you're going to make a mindset shift. Everyone you encounter is a prospective private money lender. How in the world do we get a complete stranger, Amy, to invest with us? How do we get them to lend us as little as 6 figures in just 21 days? I'm about to show you. And whether you choose to work with friends and family members when raising private money, we are always going to treat this like a business and structure our deals the right way. Remember, we don't need their money. They need us. We're going to make many mindset shifts throughout this training. We're the ones offering them double-digit returns backed by real estate. We're the polished professionals poised for aggressive growth. We truly want to believe, while also being appreciative, that no one's doing us a favor by lending us $100,000. We're doing them a favor by allowing them to invest with us. So, as we go through this training, remember, walk before you run. I have laid everything out for you in a systematic way. What I'm going to cover throughout this training is my FACT framework. My FACT framework is my 4-step unique methodology and knowing how to raise real private money the right way from the right people. My FACT framework begins with the F, building our foundation. What does that look like? So before we get out there and start raising private money, we want to gain clarity on several different things. And it all begins with our mindset. We are going to make a massive mindset shift right now before we continue. So instead of thinking, I can't raise private money because I don't have any experience, this is very common for us as real estate investors, especially the newbies. It becomes, I can raise private money by building my foundation and speaking with confidence. So what exactly does that mean, building our foundation? One of the most critical components of building our foundation is knowing how to tactfully and strategically plant seeds with anyone and everyone we encounter the minute we leave our house. Because remember, raising private money is rapport-based lending. And because I lacked support from friends and family members when I started investing 11 years ago, I took it upon myself to figure out how to build real and genuine relationships with everyday people. Everyone, people from church, people from my neighborhood, people from the grocery store, sporting events, bars, restaurants, Uber drivers. This is going to be a common point of reference throughout the training. Here's what my 4-second power pitch looks like. I show people how to earn double-digit returns backed by real estate. My 4-second power pitch is your very first script. We're going to talk about this in greater detail shortly. All this script does is remind you that number one, everyone we encounter the minute we leave our house is a prospective private money lender. And number two, it is simply you announcing to the world who you are and what you do. It's our way of planting seeds with anyone and everyone we encounter so that they start to ask us more questions. And then the call to action is we obtain their phone number. So at a later date, we can follow up with them and break down our process more at a very high level. Once we dive into the training on the 4-second power pitch, you'll quickly learn that this is a power pitch you can easily integrate into your day-to-day lifestyle, and it's not even going to feel like you're working to raise private money. As we continue through my fact framework, step 2 is A, we're taking action. All right, Amy, I built my foundation. I'm clear on who I am and what I'm doing. Now I'm ready to get out there and start to implement all of these creative trust and rapport building strategies into my day-to-day lifestyle. We're going to make another mindset shift. Instead of thinking, I can't raise private money because I don't know anyone with money, that's okay. It becomes, I can raise private money because I have steps, I have a system, and I know how to identify private money lenders. Let's pause for a moment. The majority of educators and investors out there will tell you raising private money is easy. Just go ask your friends and family members. What if you don't want to? What if they don't support you? What if they're not in a position to lend on your deals? That's exactly what happened to me when I began investing 11 years ago. I lacked that level of support, not just from my friends, but from my family, specifically my dad. Those of you who know me know that my dad didn't even talk to me about real estate investing for the first 2 years of my career. I had gone under contract with HGTV. I had turned multiple 6-figure profits, and my dad still didn't acknowledge it. Later, he became my biggest cheerleader. I share this with you because I had to learn how to get out there and build real relationships with everyday people. I didn't have a boatload of private money lenders ready to go. I never, still till this day, have ever bought a list of high net worth individuals or launched a direct mail campaign. So what I'm going to show you throughout this training is how you too can build genuine relationships with everyday people. One of my top strategies, which still yields the highest amount of private money lenders in my business today, is through social media, specifically LinkedIn. What I've created for you is a process called my 1x4x30 method. Here's what that means. We're out there taking action, we're meeting people, we're implementing the 4-second power pitch, we're filling our funnel with prospective private money lenders. Now, from the comfort of our own home, we are implementing my 1x4x30 method. First, we need a LinkedIn account for this. More on this later. When you have your LinkedIn account, we're going to get creative and start connecting with prospective private money lenders through that platform. So here's what I did. At a minimum, 1 day a week, I would pre-schedule 4 30-minute one-on-ones with the individuals I connected with on LinkedIn. Again, more on this training in detail coming up. Right now, the purpose is to understand that step 2 of my fact framework is where you will be implementing every single networking strategy into your own business. Where else can we go, Amy? Give me more other than LinkedIn or bars and restaurants and implementing this 4-second power pitch. Here's a handful of other ideas. And again, we will get into this in greater detail throughout the training. Sporting events. You can go to airport lounges. We all travel. We all go to events. Invest in first class. Talk to people at the airport, hotels, restaurants, fundraising events. Invest in a VIP ticket. I've shared this story many times. I am not into cars. I could care less about cars. Every year when the Chicago Auto Show rolled around, I invested $400 in a VIP ticket. It was black tie. I got dolled up all by myself, and I would go to these events and work the room in a non-creepy way, shaking hands with as many people as possible. And my goal was to get that person's phone number. It doesn't matter how much you vibe with the person. You have a plan to work that room. What are you doing when you get their phone number? We'll talk about that later. There are so many ways we'll get creative to meet new people to fill our funnel with prospective private money lenders, including going to other entrepreneurial events. We're not just going to limit ourselves to networking with other real estate professionals. Every entrepreneur has had to build a team and raise money. So it doesn't matter if you find events that have to do with the food and beverage industry, the gaming industry, the tech industry. If you find an entrepreneurial event within a 45-minute commute of where you live, then go to it. Of course, there will be people there who will not give you the time of day and who will not want to help you. But for every one person you encounter who has that mindset, you'll come across 10 who would be more than happy to help you or introduce you to somebody who may. Step 3 of my fact framework is the C, the credibility portion. Now that you've built your foundation, you're taking action, you're building your list of real private money lenders, we have to show them that we're credible. So what does that look like? Later on in the training, I'm going to give you a whole list of credibility pieces for you to pick and choose from, everything from your general private money presentation to your hybrid presentation to your contracts to your 401k presentation, private money workflows, deal analyzers, and so much more. Just remember, I got you. This training is completely done for you. There is nothing you need to do other than follow the system. So we're going to make another mindset shift. Instead of thinking, I can't obtain 100% funding because I have to have skin in the game. We hear that all the time, right? It becomes, I can raise private money because I know how to nurture my network, and I know, most importantly, how to protect, secure, and insure my investors. More on that later when we break down what the contracts look like. A very powerful credibility piece that I give you in Module 3, don't jump ahead, is your list of frequently asked questions. There is a time and a place to share this list with your private money lenders. I'll break all of that down for you in Module 3 under your credibility section. Just know that I have a 6-page list of questions that I have compiled over the last 11 years, which contains over 95% of any question a prospective private money lender will ask you. I'm talking about brand new private money lenders who have never invested in a deal before, all the way up to the very investor savvy private money lenders from Wall Street, former investment bankers, and hedge fund managers. Step 4 of my fact framework is the T, the transactions. Once you've built a solid foundation, once you've consistently taken action, and once you've done a good job of thoroughly taking your audience through every single credibility piece that it takes in order to get that verbal commitment from them that they want to invest in your deals, then the transactions start to follow. Either you receive a soft commitment in the form of a verbal commitment, or you receive a hard commitment, which means you've actually received a wire transaction. Once this happens, you want to focus on 3 things. Number 1, how do we take care of our private money lenders so they reinvest? Number 2, how do we get them to increase their investment amount? And number 3, how do we build such an amazing relationship with them and continue to foster that relationship that they introduce us to their trusted network of prospective private money lenders? At the end of the day, stay committed, trust in the system, and surrender to the process. As long as you follow my fact framework, you are putting yourself in a position to succeed and win the race. You guys got this. I got you, and I'll see you in the next video.